Okay, almost done. This is the last screencast, and it's going to talk about elaboration. And that is the explanation that you use in your essay to explain your evidence. And so everything that's considered an explanation is going to be highlighted in green. So go look at your paragraph, and anything that's highlighted in green is an explanation of your yellow. So if yellow came from the book, the green should explain, well, how does that detail, that character, that event connect to Greek mythology? This relates to mythology because of Hades, the god of the underworld. So here's the fact from Greek mythology who connects to the character. Now, this probably could have been a little bit more descriptive by explaining that the Harry in the book is considered to be the same character as Hades, or is the reference to Hades. But a good job of making sure that there's a connection, something from Greek mythology that we learned about that connects back to the character or the event in the book. Now, one of the things I want to point out here, you can see that I have this relates, this has to, this supports my claim. In looking at our explanation, if you have the this, I probably rated you here with repetitive. It's very repetitive to say that this supports the claim or this is the explanation. Just go into the explanation. Show me. So what I would say, let's look at the example here. It says Kate, a few of her friends and Ava are talking about Hades and Zeus. Greek mythology states that Zeus and Hades are brothers that rule the opposite lands. For example, Hades rules the underworld and the dead, but Zeus rules the overworld, the gods, and the sky. And so it connects to the two characters from the book that they're talking about without saying this shows or this states. It just went right into the explanation. So that was a better way than saying this relates. So to get a 10 here, you would have had effective use of different, and I would say different ways of beginning your sentences so that they didn't start the same way. Instead of saying in Greek mythology or in Greek mythology, again, that gets a little bit repetitive. So just jumping right into the explanation was much better than trying to very explicitly tell me that you are going into your explanation. So I hope that makes sense. So you're looking right now, did you get a 10 in green? Did you get an 8 in the green? Did you get a 6 in the green or a 4? And you're going to look at the rubric here that I gave you, and you're going to click the one that it was. And if you were kind of maybe between a 6 and a 4 or an 8 and a 6, maybe you have two places that were highlighted in green, then you can explain that here. Now, that's the last part of the rubric. So what I want you to think about now is, on the whole, what was your overall grade? So it's kind of an average of how you did on your claim, how you did on the transitions, your evidence, and your explanation, and you'll see your score out of 20 in the top right. I want you to think about one thing that you did very well in your writing, and then think about one thing that you want to focus on, and it would be something that maybe you scored lower on that you want to focus on in your creature essay. Because when you finish this and submit, make sure you submit this because this is your class grade for the day. I want you to go into Google Classroom and look at the paragraphs that we've been working on. You should be on a third body paragraph talking about allusions in your allusions to your creature that you researched. Mrs. Breen is going to give you back your paragraphs. I've printed them out and I made some comments on them. I gave you some grammar codes. You don't need to do the grammar code template, but I'm giving those to you so you can hopefully go back and fix them today or tomorrow and improve your grade before I actually have a chance to grade it. So the rest of this period, you're working on making sure that you have that third paragraph typed out, and then using some time thinking about how you got your scores on here and what you can do to change your wording or add some description to make your writing better.